All right. Good morning and welcome to Dr. Hannigan's biology class. Just to give you a little background about myself, I went to Holton High School, graduated in 1984, graduated from St. Joseph's College in Windham, Maine in 1988, and received a PhD from the University of Connecticut at their Farmington campus in 1998. My PhD is in biomedical science, and what I did in biomedical science was study immunology, how we protect ourselves from infectious organisms. I did a lot of bench research on neutrophil chemotaxis for about 5 years and then moved back here to Holton to become a teacher. I've been doing that for about 20 plus years, and I am also an instructor at the Northern Maine Community College for 18 years, and I have been an instructor for UMPI and University of Maine at Fort Kent as well. So I want to go over some of the things that we are going to be following in this room. We'll call them the Room 251 norms. I don't think they're outside the norms of anywhere else. But first and foremost, there is no phone use in this room. If you happen to have a need to use your phone, ask, and I will determine if it's possible or where you should do it. Remember, there is a clock on your computer screen. You do not have to look at your phone to see what time it is. Also, if you have a smartwatch, like mine, that is just an extension of your phone, and it should not be used to communicate during class time. So, zero tolerance on the phone. When you come to the room, come in ready to work. You need to be on time. You need to be seated. You need to have your paper notebooks out and ready to write in. And if you have earbuds, you need to take them out of your ears until you are given permission to use them. When you are given time to work in class, you should be working on this class work, biology. Do assignments in numerical order. Keep in mind that all formatives can be redone for full credit as many times as you want until the scheduled test over them. In the grade book, Power School, you will find some codes that I use. If you see an orange box in an assignment location, that means that assignment is late. If you see an orange box with a 0, that means that assignment is very late. Late assignments are accepted. There is no penalty for being late, but late with a 0 will affect your score, and there will be no empty scores at the end of the quarter. Everything has to be done. There's no opting out of an assignment. If you get a red box in your grade, that simply means that you turned it in, but it was turned in late. Again, there's no penalty for late work. If it's right, it's right. Doesn't matter when you turned it in. Get your information from Power School, not from Classroom. Grades that count are the ones that I put into Power School. If you think I've made a mistake, check with me. It's quite possible that I may have missed something. Just a 0 without any code boxes means you didn't get any of the questions correct. And that's not a big deal because you can redo that assignment without penalty as many times as you want for full credit. When you have to leave the room, if you have to leave the room, take a pass with you. Blocks are only 1 hour, so your best advantage to use that full hour. If you have to leave the room, take the pass and trade the pass for your phone if you have a phone. Please do not do this during direct instruction unless it is absolutely necessary. My basic expectations are that you're going to put out your best effort. You're going to work to your full potential. Stay on task. You can work together, but don't do each other's work. do homeworks outside of class if they're needed, and with shortened classes, I expect that we're going to have more homework. Redo the work that it's low. You can get full credit on all the formatives. Really, just don't try to get through this by taking shortcuts. Shortcuts only make your life more difficult in the end. Respect each other. Allow speakers to speak. Actively listen. We can have fun in here. I like to have fun, but we are not going to belittle anybody. We are all in this together, and we're all got the same goal in mind, and that is to teach and learn about biology. For this class, you will need your laptop. We use Google Classroom. You are also going to want earbuds or headphones. I do ask that you remove them when you first come into the room. I ask that you keep them out when we are doing direct instruction. But during work time, we use videos, which you will need to listen to. We have other things you'll need to listen to. I don't mind if you listen to your own music when you are doing your own work in biology. And the other thing you're going to need is a notebook. And you can leave that notebook here if that works better for you. You need these 3 things every single class. Don't come to the door and say, do I need my laptop? Do I need my notebook? No, you do every single day. During labs, we cannot have food or drink in a room. And actually, during most of the time, we have no food in the room. But gum, drinks are okay until it becomes a problem. Water bottles, if you need to fill them, do it between classes, please. Again, we only have an hour, but if you need to fill it, there's a fountain at the end of the hall. You can wear your hat during class, but if you are here during the Pledge of Allegiance, I need you to take it off. When announcements come on, we will stop discussions, we will pay attention, and that includes both morning and afternoon announcements. When I show a whole class video, like we did the first day, those are not meant to fill time. They are meant to contain instructional material. They are only shown once. They are not repeated. So that is really not a good time to leave the room, unless, again, it is absolutely necessary. We use YouTube through a server called Book Widgets, so you have quizzes that come along with those videos. You'll always get a link, but I just want you to know that it's going to take you to a place called Book Widgets. You're going to want your headphones for that. If you're going to watch and listen, you need to be listening, especially to score well on the quizzes, which do go into the grade book. Reading. All of your reading will have a listen option. You can listen to the recordings. I wish you would listen to the recordings. This class is not about how well you read. It's about what you learned in biology. You don't need to be trying to figure out huge words, trying to decode words. You're going to need to know what they mean, but when it comes to reading, you can listen to it read to you. Again, you're going to need headphones for that. You must watch and listen to do well on the formative work and the summative work. We use Google Classroom. All assignments are posted to the classroom. Announcements come through the classroom. If you miss a day for whatever reason, that's where you'll find your work. We're going to take a moment in class now to sign up for Google Classroom. If you are watching this recording, you should have gotten a link to sign in to Google Classroom. Also use PowerSchool. In fact, you should be using PowerSchool to determine if your work is missing. Now, again, if you think I've missed it and not put it in, let me know. I will check, and if that's the case, I will load it. So remember those codes. An orange box means it's late. An orange box with a 0 means it's very late. But even if it's late, it still must be done. And it can be redone for full credit until we take the test over it. It's got a red box. You turned it in, and I got in. It was turned in late. Use weighted grades in the classroom. 40% of your grade will come from tests, 40% of your grade will come from labs. Those would be summative assessments. And 20% will come from the formative assessments, the day-to-day work that we do in the room. My school email is mike.hannigan@rsu29.org, and I check my school email regularly. So please, if you need to contact me for any reason, do so. I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can, and it usually will not be very long.